Hey, my name is Dr. Cozy. It's really nice to meet you. You found our office okay? Okay, good. So I was just looking over your paperwork and I see that you're here because you feel like your vision has been getting worse. Okay. Are you finding that it's more difficult to see things that are closer or further away? Okay. With the blurriness, is there any kind of distortion? Like, for example, if it's in like a darker room or at night, seeing lights streaking, anything like that? And is it worse at any certain times of day? For example, some people experience more blurry vision in the morning. Any eye strain or pain? Any double vision? Are you having any floaters, any dark spots? Okay, any new floaters? Do you have a history of ocular migraines? It's like a migraine aura. For example, some people see it kind of like a zigzag of lights in their vision. Others describe it kind of like broken pixels on a screen. Okay, if you had, you would definitely know. And do you currently use glasses or contacts? Reading glasses? What strength? Okay. Okay. Well, I think I have enough information for right now to get us moving. So, let me just move this slightly. There you go. First thing I'd like you to do is, you see my vision chart right here? So with both eyes, you don't need to cover one yet. Can you read whichever line feels the most comfortable to you? Okay, so right here. All right. Let's have you try again, only this time cover your right eye for me, okay? Just with your hand like that. Okay, so this eye can see here. Are you able to read that one at all? Sorry, this is swinging. Okay, let's have you now cover your left eye instead. And can you read whichever line is most comfortable for you? Okay. Are you able to read anything here? Okay. That's fine. Let's try something. Okay. So I'm going to place this occluder over your eye, and you'll notice it has these little kind of holes in it. So place it just like so. Whoop. Okay, and tell me, sorry, let me adjust. Okay. Can you tell me, are you able to read anything now? Okay. And let's try the other eye. So not really a whole lot of improvement. Okay. Back closer to you here. Now I have this little kind of Viewmaster deal. You might recognize it from the 80s. What I'm gonna do is place it right over your eyes. See the two little eye holes? And I want you to tell me when you see the image come into focus, okay? So good. Okay. Good. All right. One more here. Okay. That one was a little more difficult. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to test your optic nerve, your oculomotor nerves, as well as your peripheral vision, okay? So I have this little pen light here. I'm just going to kind of flick it in and out of being in front of your eye. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to be watching your pupils to make sure that they shrink and then enlarge again, all right? I also want to make sure that they both do so equally. So, okay. All right. Good, okay. I want you to direct your gaze right here, okay? Let me know when you see my light enter your field of vision. Okay. Again. Okay. All right. Good. Now, don't turn your head. Keep your head as still as you can. I'm going to be moving my light around the space, and I want you to follow it only using your eyes. I'm going to be making some pretty intense eye contact while we do this, because that way, if for some reason your eye has a particular difficult time moving through any range of motion, I don't miss it, okay? Okay, so we're going to start. So again, I want you to focus your gaze right here between my eyebrows, and I'd like you to tell me, is the light brighter here or there? Okay. How about here or here? Okay. Brighter here or here? And here, here. Well done. And still focusing your gaze right here. I want you to tell me how many fingers you see me hold up in your peripheral. So. Okay. Everything looks good there. Okay. One more examination I'm going to do, and then we're going to start testing some lenses to see if we can find the range of power that will help you see more clearly, and then we'll start working to narrow that down till we get your precise prescription. Sorry. I'm gonna come a bit closer to you, okay? And just direct your gaze directly ahead. You can stare at me, you can stare at the Snellen chart behind me. Whatever you'd like to look at is fine. Okay. really quick. Just look right ahead. I'm not seeing anything concerning there. Okay. So I have this really big pair of glasses right here that I'm going to be lining up, right? And this is going to help us narrow down where we need to start looking. So it's also going to help us determine if there are any kind of issues, such as astigmatism, that might require different testing. So I'm going to bring this over to you, just like so. Let's just move this guy out of the way. Okay, and I think we'll slide this over just a little bit more. Just going to make sure that everything is lined up so that it's comfortable. Okay, and right through the eye hole, I am holding a vision chart. Okay, so I'd like you to tell me if you're able to read anything here. Okay, so how about any improvement? How about here? Okay. Okay. So reverse that direction, okay? Alright, we're going to try something a little different, so just a moment. Okay, so I've lowered some of the light. Is that helpful? Okay, good. So, better 1, better 2, better 1, better 2, better 1, better 2, one, two, okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Tell me if there's any improvement there. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Okay. I'm gonna move this over. Turn your head ever so slightly there. So again, I have my sheet, and I'd like you to tell me better 1, better 2. Okay. 1, 2, better 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and any change? out of here. Okay. So now, since that gave us a range to work with, or the floor is fine. Deal with that later. I'm gonna tilt your head back to me. Okay. And now that we've gotten some sort of range to work with, what I'm going to do is put on this fancy pair of glasses right here, okay? And this is going to allow me to kind of snap in some trial lenses, because as you'll see, it has these sort of ridges right here that lets us do that. So I'm going to lower you just a little here. Perfect. And let's get these fitted onto you. Okay. Let's make sure that this stays put. And open. Is that okay? Is it comfortable? Okay. So I'm going to start. Okay, can you tell me which is the easiest line for you to read, and read it for me? Okay. And let's try that one. Can you read it for me? Okay. Any strain with that? Let's try that one. Okay. And that. Okay. And are any of these feeling like your eyes straining at all? Okay. Let's get that out of here. How's that one? So that one's starting to feel like there's a strain. Okay. That's okay. Let's try that. So it's getting blurrier. Okay. Here. Okay. And how about here? Okay, so let's see if we can really narrow it down here then. So I'm going to take these off of you. Okay. And put you back towards me. So now, continuing to look at my vision chart, I want you to tell me better 1 or better 2. Okay. Better 1 or better 2. Okay. Better 1 or better 2. 1, 2. Okay. Again. Better 1, better 2. 1, 2. Better 1, better 2. Yep. 1 or 2. And better 1 or better 2. Okay, so it's pretty consistent. And then I think we have a prescription for you. So now what I'm going to do is take just a few measurements, and my little handheld chart that fell is what has my ruler on it. So as you'll see, there's a little ruler right here I'm going to use to measure the distance between your eyes. So to start, I'll check the bottom too. And this side, because we like to avoid any kind of hot spots. And I'll just go across. Last measurement here. Well, 2, because you have 2 eyes. All right. Good deal. So now I'm going to write you up a prescription for some distance glasses as well as some prescription readers. And this should help you feel a lot more comfortable and be able to see, which is a very important ability. So okay, and then I'm also going to include some blue blocking to the readers. I can add it to the distance as well. With the readers, it's included in the price. With distance, it is an add-on. Some insurance does cover it, not all, so you can definitely check that with our optician and see. They can call your insurance for you and check your coverage. Okay, so we'll let them fill that in for the distance, but we'll add it to the readers. It just helps with being able to fall asleep, as well as sometimes people get headaches from staring at a screen too long. That blue light can really do a number on our brains, so that's why we include this. Just add our measurements. Okay, so I have this written up and I'm going to go pass it off to our opticians in the front. You should have noticed that there were a bunch of little desks right by the waiting area and lots of shelves with different frames for you to try. We do have designer as well as the basics, but just to let you know that usually designer is not covered, or if it is, it's not usually completely covered, but every now and then someone does have some very magical special insurance, so that may be you. Still worth trying on if that's an interest for you. These are glasses that you're going to have to wear, so the important thing is that you feel comfortable and confident in them. Generally, these take about 7 to 10 business days to be returned once they receive the prescription and the order. Sometimes it's longer. Occasionally it's shorter, but I wouldn't count on it. Once they are done, we'll have them delivered here. That way we can have you try them on while you're here and make sure that everything fits, that there's no hot spots, like areas where it's digging in. Often behind the ear is one of the spots where that can happen. And then if you're satisfied, then you'll just have you take them home. Okay. So I'm going to go pass this off. Before I do that, do you have any questions for me? Okay. Well, if you happen to think of any, please feel free to give me a call. Okay. It was nice to meet you, and I would like you to come back in about 6 weeks, so that way we can reevaluate you and make sure that you are seeing an improvement with your new frames. You can go ahead and make that appointment at the front desk on your way out if you would like to. Okay. Again, it was nice to meet you.